For this upper mobility program, all you need is a broomstick and a stretchy strap. All right, so we're going to begin first with the palms and the fingers. So be sure to raise all the way up onto your palms, onto your fingers. And the key here is not to just stretch, but to create a little bit of resistance. Going from the fingers now to the wrists and to the forearms, moving back and forth. Now stretching for about 30 seconds at the end of your range of motion. And then now we're going to do the tops. So we're using some resistance on my way down. So this is an eccentric or negative contraction. So this way we're not just stretching, but we're also strengthening in these end ranges of motion. And then after you've done about 10 to 15, now we're just going to stretch it, turning the insides of the elbows out so you get the full stretch and leaning back. Now we're going to work on the elbows. So fists down, and we're slowly lowering down over about 3 to 4 seconds, pushing up. And slowly down, stretching and strengthening the elbow muscles. Stretching and strengthening the insertions of the triceps muscles. Getting the elbows ready. A lot of times you see guys in the gym and they're massaging their elbows, they're rubbing their elbows because they've got elbow pain. A lot of times it's because they're not warming up. Okay, now we're going to work on the lats. So again, fists down, thumbs up. And what I'm doing here is I'm lowering my chest down, and then I'm actually pushing actively my fist into the mat to raise my chest up. So this way, we're stretching the lat muscles through resistance. And then now thumbs up, externally rotate the arm bones, so that way you're getting even more of a stretch. Okay, so turning around. Now we're going to start working on the front of the shoulders and the chest, and the biceps muscles and the inside of the forearms. Slowly moving back and forth, exploring this range of motion. And then as your shoulders open up, you can go a little bit deeper. And then hold it for anywhere from 30 to 60 seconds. Now we're going to use our stretchy strap. Hands on the inside. And first, we're going to start just with the upper section. So come to the top of the head and then back behind the shoulders. Opening up the front of the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades behind. Now we're going to go all the way down. Once you've done about 10 of those repetitions for just behind the shoulder blades, now go all the way. Coming forward and back. When you come forward, protract your shoulders by moving the shoulder blades away from each other. And then as you come back, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Bring the strap towards the hips. Again, you can do anywhere from 5, 10, 15, 20 repetitions, depending on what you're trying to warm up, if it's the end of your workout or the beginning of your workout. Now we're going to work on shoulder extension. So here, you can't really see it, but the muscles on the lower tips of my shoulder blades are squeezing together as my fists are going up. So it's not just trying to stretch the muscles on the front of the shoulder, it's also squeezing the muscles between the shoulder blades at the bottom. Now we're going to go into some external rotation using the band. Right? A lot of times people buy these expensive equipment, they have to find something to mount the strap to. you can literally just use your other arm as a mount. Now, when you externally rotate, try to keep the elbow close to your hip, and then move not just the arm, but also move the shoulder blade. So try to squeeze that shoulder blade in towards the spine. And of course, switch sides. Bring the elbow. Yeah, and here I'm not doing a very good job of keeping my elbow in close. It's actually kind of difficult. So one of the things that you can do is just use a rolled up sock or even just a gym towel, put it underneath your elbow, and that'll keep that elbow close to your ribs. Now, at the end of 5 to 10 repetitions, keep it out there for about 5 to 10 seconds. All right, now we're going to use the dowel or the broomstick. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my shoulder into external rotation. So the focus here, the technique, is that I'm actually pushing my palm. Once I get to the end range of motion, I'm pushing my palm against the broomstick for about 3 seconds before taking it a little bit deeper into the stretch. So here I'm going to find the end range of motion first. Now it shouldn't be painful, just end range of motion. Then I'm going to push my palm into the stick. After about 3 seconds, I'm going to release, and then I'm going to stretch a little bit deeper. And by a little bit deeper, that might only be 1%, barely perceptible. And then push again. Yep. Now we're going to work on those external rotators of the shoulder by bringing the humerus, the arm bone, into internal rotation. The beautiful thing about this stretch is you don't need any equipment at all. You just place the top of your wrist up against your belly, just below your ribs, and then bring the elbow towards you. You can use the same technique that we did on the last one, where once you bring the elbow in, push the elbow back just a little bit. This is a type of stretching called PNF stretching, proprioceptive neuromuscular facilitation. It just basically means that you're gently stretching or gently tensing the muscles that you're stretching at the end range of motion. Now be sure if you're going to do that, don't go too hard. All right, and one of our last is to go back into a stretch of the lat muscles, the latissimus dorsi muscles, using the stick. Now here again, what I'm doing is I'm gently pushing down. It's like I'm trying to press the bottom of the stick down against the ground as I'm stretching. So I'm stretching through a little bit of resistance. You can hold that stretch from anywhere from 30 seconds to a minute. And the last one is going to be scapular shrugs and a free hang. So here I'm mobilizing my shoulder blades, moving them through a full range of motion, and then hanging for as long as you can. And that's it.